Good Lord, what have you done? That's my stuff.
I'm sorry, mister.
So now that I've reloaded the entire thing, I have more know-how where I am right now.
Ah, not an auspicious start, is it? Never mind, I'll handle it. You go on ahead.
Alright, cool enough, bro. What a wingman, am I right?
Black opals being auctioned at the banking house of E.W. Gray.
Alright, banking house of E.W. Gray. That's gonna be a time. Sun Tao, last seen in Chinatown. More foreigners are being kidnapped every day.
More people missing here, too. Our ship leaves tomorrow morning. No room for sightseeing then.
Oh, really? I mean, you came all the way here. Might as well sightsee. So, do I have to ask around?
Do you know anything about this?
You're a good sort. I'll help you. Listen closely.
The bank can be found on the street up from the port on the left side of the Harbor Master building opposite Chinatown. Okay, up straight from the left side of the harbor, left side. Opposite to the Chinatown. Are you alright, sir? You look like you're gonna throw up. Police department, okay.
May I ask for your assistance?
Don't remind me of anything. Someone else might help you better, sir.
Alright, you don't live in the city, I see. After this, I really want to play the original game and see what it's like. First thing first, I need to find the Chinatown. I think that's the Chinatown. Pawn shop. Ah, opposite of Chinatown. But that thing is blocked. Is that the bank? Ah, yes, the banking house of E.W. Gray.
Mr. Frank Barnaby, right? Auction's about to start.
Observe. Ah, we're gonna lie our way in, aren't we? Yes, observe. I don't know why it got stuck there. Oh, please don't stoop to his level. Squints. Myopy. 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 I don't know what that is. Anything else? Ooh, this gentleman has something here. Something in the pocket. A sandwich. Oh yeah, this is America. In 19 something. I'm sure they're gonna be pretty racist this time around. Hidden tabloid newspaper. Abe Lincoln alive. Abe Lincoln alive. Paranoid fool. The guard at the bank is a real character. Storing a sandwich in his pocket to save time while reading Abe Lincoln alive makes him a critical thinker who questions everything, even the truth. Myopy is a result of constant reading to determine one's health. Abe Lincoln makes the guard paranoid fool with a bad taste. Besides, the man has myopy. I don't want to ruin his life right now. Do I lie? Oh, I'm gonna lie.
In the flesh. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Well, hold up. Written invitation first.
Can I present another piece of identification?
Nope. That's why we send the invitation.
I see. I fucked up already, didn't I?
Any luck?
None. They're holding an auction, invitation only. The good news is, I know who might have one. We need to find Mr. Barnaby.
Who?
Frank Barnaby, most likely a local.
And do you think Mr. Barnaby would be happy to share his invitation?
Let us first find him, then we can see if he is the generous type.
Frank Barnaby, the owner of an invitation. I see. Now, who do I go around asking?
May I ask you something?
I think I can be of help.
All right. The locals say he owns a shop in Chinatown called Barnaby's Hidden Gem. You know where we are heading. Time for some racist atrocities to be committed.
How marvelous, Holmes. A city within a city.
Indeed, those lanterns are delightful. It is as though we've been transported to the Orient itself.
Oh yeah. Oh yes, I found it.
Locked. No one's here. May I ask you something?
Don't be angry with me, sir, but I don't know.
The shop is closed. What do I do about that? The shop is closed. Banking house of E.W. Gray will be hosting a closed auction of black opals. The bank doesn't disclose the origin of the rare stone. However, the bank clerk, Ms. Zoe Clemens, has confirmed the authenticity of each stone. I see.
Rather unassuming for a jewelry store.
Damn, he at it again. Barnaby still owes you. If he can't pay in greenbacks, he'll pay in blood.
Interesting.
May I ask you something?
I'm bone tired, but yeah, I'll help you.
Oh, you will? Two gentlemen say that Barnaby owes them money. He is a known alcoholic, is currently getting drunk at the local bar called Kitty Gator. I knew it, that was going to be important. In Cherol Quarter. He can be recognized by a yellow hat and a green jacket. Come on, Watson, we must go to the Gator Bar. Although, where is the bar? Oh, there it is. Ah, yes.
Barnaby, unconscious but with his eyes open.
The banking house of E. Gray invites you and to participate. We strongly urge you to wear the cleanest suit you have and be sober. Once more, an unacceptable incident we will exclude you from a list of buyers. Surprisingly, no one knows him by face, it seems.
Look, Watson, the two of you are just alike.
Oh, great. So I look like a haggard alcoholic.
Oh,
Eureka!
no.
What have you got?
An idea. First, we'll need Mr. Barnaby's clothes.
Holmes.
Watson, time is of the essence. You will go to the bank, not as yourself, but as Frank Barnaby.
Holmes, we look nothing alike.
The hat and coat will do the heavy lifting. Just stay cool, play the part, and no one will notice the difference. Trust me.
Holmes, must we really indulge in this farce?
It worked in Switzerland, didn't it?
Sure, if you redefine the word worked.
He looks so stupid, like, I'm not gonna lie. Watson, this is not a good look for you. Wait, are there gonna be like an option for my clothing from now on? There might be.
Where's my cash, Frank? In the bartender's tip jar?
I don't know if he gets caught or not. Everyone is already recognizing him as Frank, so I think it worked.
Where's the money, Barnaby?
I'll wait here so as not to arouse suspicion.
Mr. Barnaby.
Right you are. Shop owner.
Right. Your invitation, sir?
Here you go.
You okay, sir? Seem to have the jumps.
I'm in a rush.
Come on in.
He should just say that I'm usually drunk when I talk. It's been weird that I'm sober now.
Heavens, I never seen gems so big.
I simply must have them.
Black opal, origins Australia. 40 carats, redstone believed to be a piece of shattered space rock that fell to Earth.
They're so black, it's like they absorb light. Rather hypnotic.
Are there just dollars around? Oh, there it is.
This might be useful. I'll make a note.
Alright, banking house of E.W. Gray. What is that? Philanthropist. Okay. So many names. Is there a special name that I shouldn't remember? To evidence updated. Oh, she's not busy anymore.
Morning, sir, and welcome to the E.W. Gray Banking House. The auction will begin shortly. Name's Zoe Clemens, and I'd be delighted to help you.
Pleasure to meet you, Miss Clemens. I am Frank Barnaby. I do have some questions, if you don't mind. These gems are rather curious. What can you tell me about them?
These rare beauties are black opals, all the way from Coober Pedy, South Australia. When they catch the light, the dark stone becomes a brilliant rainbow. It's something special.
Forgive my curiosity, but who was the previous owner?
Sir, I ain't at liberty to disclose them details.
Oh, really?
It doesn't say where these stones came from. No provenance, no previous owner. I'm starting to suspect they were illegally procured.
What? We would never. I can assure you these gems were bought from one of New Orleans' most upstanding citizens, a philanthropist no less. If you would like to know more, I could get my manager.
You old dog, Barnaby. Didn't think you'd sober up for the auction. An hour ago, you were 3 sheets to the wind.
Oh, you know, I hold my liquor better than most. And the auction was an important business opportunity.
An important business opportunity. Ha! What have you done with the real Barnaby?
Well, maybe I'm drunker than I thought, mister.
Mister? What's wrong, Frank? You're looking pale. Don't you recognize your old pal, Grub?
Alright, lying is very a sin, as they say, but now I am gonna go and blow your mind. Literally, large woolen head, oversize. How that important? Of course, position of a sheriff. Golden revolver champion, proud or poser? I think he's a proud. Polished nails, fashionable, hates getting dirty. Luxurious textile, cares for appearance. Yeah, I think that. Sheriff Grubb is the law in the New Orleans. He's fairly eccentric, looking after his nails, appearance, and image. However, it is just a cover for his true nature as a remorseless and highly powerful individual in the local community who uses his image to distract and disguise his true nature. Toothless dog. Barking toothless dog. It makes him to make an impression that he's an important figure in New Orleans life. I will give him the benefit of doubt. Always give the benefit of doubt.
Of course I know you, Sheriff.
Good. Now, while I have you, there's the matter of your outstanding fines. I've been more than reasonable, but I'm afraid the bills come due.
Fines? Right. I'm afraid I don't have anything on me.
That's funny. Ain't you at the auction? I weren't born yesterday, Frank. Now, assault, battery, disorderly conduct, that's serious stuff. You got off easy, but if you don't pay up, things get a whole lot worse.
Look, Sheriff, I'm not actually...
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Think careful now, 'cause Frank Barnaby only owes us cash. But fraud, impersonation, that's weasel behavior. And you know what we do to weasels round these parts. Feed 'em to the gators. So, Frank, what's it gonna be?
Bastard.
Here's all I have.
Mighty fine of you. The people of this parish deserve peace. They don't take kindly to visitors. Don't miss that boat tomorrow morning, Doctor.
Holy shit, did I just got shot by the detective? He knew who I was all along. Damn, sir, I just got caught there. And the money is gone now. Screw you, bastard.
I told you, Holmes. I told you it was a bad plan. Now we're penniless and wanted criminals.
Hysteria gets us nowhere, Watson. Tell me what happened.
The sheriff saw right through me. He knew who I was from the start. Extorted me for every coin I had.
Bah, all that matters is what you learned about the gems.
I shan't discuss it while still wearing that blighter's clothes. I'm going back to the boat to get changed.
Actually compliments you. Why bother changing it?
Shut up and come with me, Watson. Watson. Sherlock. I'm gonna go get changed. Can I just change here? Of course, I have to go to the boat to get changed. This is a hazard. How do I change?
No! Was that your luggage again? I don't understand. We just got it back in order.
Did somebody throw it off? Holy shit, somebody threw our clothes off the ground.
Tell me what you've learned.
Oh, bollocks. Now our clothes are in the bloomin' water.
It was like the luggage had legs of its own. Oh, Mr. Pratchett will have my head.
I ain't sure what you did to the sheriff, but it must have been something real hairy to have him chuck your luggage off the pier.
With respect, miss, have we met before?
If you were the real Frank Barnaby, yeah, we would have. But where are my manners? I'm Lucy. And you are?
John. I didn't mean to be rude. I've just had a difficult day, miss.
Well, it's barely noon. And you've already made an enemy in Sheriff Grubb. The man starves his gators just in case someone crosses him. John who?
Watson.
Well, Johnny, if you plan on sticking around, you better change that suit, or Frank's reputation will catch up with you. And then you'll be a John Doe.
Alas, I think one of those gators is currently devouring my spare clothes.
You've got yourself in a fine pickle. All right, come on board the Nymph of Louisiana, and I'll sort you something to wear.
The nymph? Is that what it sounds like? Why are you helping me?
Well, let's just say you ain't the only one who's had run-ins with the sheriff. Way I see it, this city deserves better. Now quit your stalling and head on over to the Nymph. I'll be in room 6.
This Mr. Barnaby is proving rather useful. Perhaps you're not so different after all.
One more word, Holmes, and I'll hand you over to the sheriff.
Sorry, was that John talking or Frank?
Oh, go annoy someone else while I visit the Nymph.
Damn. How funny would it be if Watson gets laid? I highly doubt that will happen.
Always a pleasure to see you regular, Mr. Barnaby.
Oh,
Welcome
God.
home.
Oh. This is a hostess club. I see. Wait. There's a... Wait. Where was it? I don't know. I saw a circle somewhere.
Well, look at you. All dressed up with nowhere to go.
I can't thank you enough. As I was saying, our journey has hardly gone to plan. We seem no closer to finding our missing people than when we left.
Well, if there were anything to know, Champagne'll know it. She's across everything in New Orleans. Look for her in the fisherman's village behind the Creole Quarter.
Thank you again, Lucy. I shall make my way there now.
Good luck, Johnny. Keep out of trouble.
Alright, Johnny. American jacket. Damn, you look nice.
Ah, forgive me, Watson. The difference is plain as day. What a remarkable transformation from Barnaby.
If we're critiquing wardrobes, Holmes, maybe you can explain why you used to roll just one sleeve up. Did you get bored halfway through?
Oof. Fired! Shots have been fired! Alright, we are back as Watson. Watson? I hate myself. Lucy said the local woman called Champagne knows everything and that she can help us. Champagne lives and works at Fisherman's Quarter behind Coral Quarters. Alright, good enough. Hold on. I can just fast travel now. He's still out cold. Sorry that you're taking a piss, but can you answer a few questions?
May I ask you something?
I'm bone tired, but yeah, I'll help you.
Okay, that's weird. People have said that the champion lives in fisherman quarters in a hut on a boat. She owns 2 dogs. Did I see some dogs before? I did see them. Alright, she lives on a boat, it seems. That's the boat. For what it seems. Hello, Champagne.
Tocqueville? Lafayette! Hush now. No offense here. Them two don't take kindly to gents. Especially foreigners. How can Champagne help you? Trip to the bayou? Feeding a huge crocodile?
Crocodile.
Some other time, perhaps. Word has it, you know everything that goes on round these parts.
Maybe. Maybe not. What you want to know?
The bank in town recently purchased a valuable collection of gemstones from a wealthy man. What do you know of it?
Sure. I hear everything. This time I tell you for free. Next time, you pay.
Thank you.
May have been 1, 2 weeks ago. Rich man's butler sold him some black opals.
And this rich man is?
Don't know his name, only that he from the French Quarter. Folk back in town could take you there. That's all I know. You need a boat? I hire him out for dollars. Or a bottle of you-know-what.
Thank you for the offer and the help.
Yeah, I gotta remember myself in New Orleans, there are quarters of all races. So, yeah. Frank Barnaby, plagued with philanthropy. Oh, we got it. Nice. He's most likely Mr. E. Arson. Mr. E. Arneson from French Quarters. Alright then.
Do you know anything about this?
I've heard about that. Let me tell you.
Passerby suggests using a cab near the Harbor Master building to travel to French Quarter. I see. Fisherman, Chinatown. Now, what is a cab? You're not a cab? Ah, but I'm sure you are.
Got a spot in mind.
French Quarter, and get us there fast. You know, Watson, the opulent mansions and stifling heat remind me of my time in the Mediterranean.
Cordona does sound rather magical. Do you think you shall ever return?
I don't know. That place was home to some of my greatest memories and some of my lowest moments.
Really? Okay.
Excuse me, just one question.
I'm bone tired, but yeah, I'll help you.
Locals say the Miss Arneson mansion has a large gate adorned with bison. Adorned with bisons? Okay. Oh, there it is. Of course, the last one on the street.
Lord help me.
Excuse me, miss. Are you all right? What is your name?
Eula, sir.
Waiting for someone, Eula?
Yes, sir. My brother Davy. He works for Mr. Arneson in that mansion yonder. Been 5 days now since I last heard from him.
Come now, why all the tears?
Something happened to Davy. I feel it in my bones.
Do you think he may have left the premises?
No, sir. Davy, he ain't like you and me. He's smart in some ways, but he can't talk. Not a word. He's pure and kind.
Fear not. We will look for your brother. One presumes this gate is locked. Is there any other way inside?
There's another entrance through the stables you could try. That's where I meet Davy normally, but I couldn't get in. See, I couldn't find the key. It wasn't in its usual spot. Please hurry, sir. Find him for me.
But why are you crying? Is he dead? Oh shit, something is happening. Oh, we are in chapter 5 now. The horror at the door. Our nascent mansion. Strong lock from the inside. Oil, traces of mud, often used.
I rather wish my lockpicks had not been lost in the river.
Sturdy and intact.
Along with all our clothes, books, tea.
Alright, bogged down here for a long time. What? What did you do? What? Watson, what did you... No. Holmes, what did you do there?
Quiet. Yet I doubt there was peace around here.
Oh, that's the dead horse. Oh, look. Heavy, covered in dust. Broken stem, clipped edges. Ah, the key. Found it. Nice.
This must be the key to the stables. Poor animal has been suffering for days.
It's dehydrated, Holmes. Without water, it will die.
Cayenne pepper. Half empty. Or as Watson would say, half full.
That's funny.
Mr. Arneson's cab is still here.
Do I need to get the water for somehow? I think I do need to, but I'm not gonna bother then.
This might be useful.
I'm coming to save you, Mr. Horse. Don't worry about it.
At least that's one life saved.
Do you need more water, sir? Go on, drink. Alright, good for you.
No way in.
Is he gone? I don't think we have established that yet. Whether or not he is at home or not. Oh. Ah, blood. Somebody is definitely dead inside.
Ah, do you smell that, Holmes? Something bad happened here.
I know. Be prepared for anything.
Size 10, mud with peat, dried up. Okay. It's been a while since something happened. Mr. Arneson, I'm happy to know that you liked the work carried out in your study room. It was a challenge and most difficult job I have ever done. The lock was handmade to create the mechanism in accordance with your requirement. I added a magnetic bezel that must be activated to open the lock. As per requested, it is hard to see the keyhole if you don't know where to look. Tell your friend about me. Thank you. J.G. Lockie and Son Locksmithery. That's a mouthful of a name. Oh, Jesus, what the fuck?
Watson, would you please lend me your medical expertise?
I'll do my best.
Was she shot?
An enormous blow shattered her ribcage.
Okay, she was stabbed. Is that the murder weapon?
Extremely sharp and deadly.
But I don't think that's the murder weapon. Or is it? I don't know.
Blooded, broken nails. The poor woman tried to put up a fight. A wound like this could only be dealt by a man of incredible strength.
And cruelty.
Oh, we are doing this right now. Oh, really? An extra? Yeah, no, this seems more likely. Oh, wait. Ah, she clawed at her eyes, at his eyes. Yeah, that makes sense. What is the first one? Yeah, no, this is definitely not the one. There's a high chance her brother did this. I've intercepted a strange telegram sent to Ashmat. It is utterly cryptic, and I cannot make heads or tails of it. The mailman confirmed the telegram was definitely for Ashmat, so he must know what it means. The rest of the note is unintelligible, unreadable.
Burnt papers, now completely unreadable.
I see. Still nothing, okay.
Someone was bleeding, but it doesn't look lethal.
And is that the Mr. Arneson?
I will need your help one more time, Doctor.
His corneas are already clouded.
Oh, is that the... No, that's blind. That would be blind.
The hand can bend freely. Rigor mortis has passed. A deep stab reached the man's heart. Clean edges suggest a sharp blade, but the wound is too wide for an ordinary knife.
Oh, it must be that dagger. The ornate dagger that we found in back in London.
Hay on his trousers suggests a gardener or groom. This man has been dead for a week. The result of a sharp object piercing his heart.
You are mostly right, but I would bet he died 5 days ago. Heat and humidity will have accelerated the decomposition.
No. It's not even that. I know it's not that for a case because there's an ornate knife. Wait, really? Very suspicious right now. What else did I miss? Circular scratch mark, vex drop. Okay. Blood droplets.
Drops of blood, but not from a mortal wound.
Wait, he was not dragging bodies. I doubt that he was doing that either.
Arneson and Davy seem to have got along well. He looks more like a son than a servant.
No, really?
Arneson and Davy seem to have got along well. He looks more like a son than a servant. Arneson and Davy, 1881.
I see. A raccoon.
Fauna of Louisiana. Full of things that bite, no doubt.
Yeah.
New Pied Piper. Foreigners missing in New Orleans.
Oh, okay. The kidnapping have been going for a while, it seems. Dear Errol, I do want to find you what you are looking for, but I can't deny that my misgivings are growing with each passing day. I fear the worst. I'm worried about you, about what you are doing. My heart stops when I think about where you look for your answers. I would have given them to you. I would have given anything so you might stop disappearing. Errol, please, you must stop. We have something beautiful together. Isn't that enough? I hope to hear from you soon. I love you. L. Alright. Wait, what? Nothing.
Note the blade, Watson.
A curved dagger, probably of Persian or Indian origin. 9 or 10 inches, I'd say.
Ah. Now we got a nice weapon going.
The dashing portrait of Mr. Arneson.
Oh, I was right in the pronunciation. It is Mr. Arneson. Arneson. Letter from Wait, what? Lakofaka? Okay, my dear friend. The boy is a genius. Despite seeing a fraction of my formula, he recreated it and solved it. It is a function that young students have serious trouble with. Your Davy is a prodigy. What surprised me even more is that when I ask him any question, the boy writes the answer that are your direct quotes or mine. His memory is impeccable. I know you took the boy under your wing to take care of him, but I'm asking you to let me hold some lessons with him. I truly believe that with your help, this boy can shine and change the world. I see. So the boy has been kidnapped is what I'm getting at.
A dull book about local geology. Even I'd struggle.
A dull book, you say? I think I'm done up here. Ah, yeah, this seems much more right.
Size 10, the owner's footprints were shallow. Size 10, the heels were sinking into the ground. Look here, Doctor. 2 sets of footprints left by the same person, yet they vary in depth. What do you conclude?
Perhaps they arrived empty-handed, but left carrying something heavy.
More boot print. Precisely. We'll make a detective of you yet, Watson.
Ah, yeah. Blood loss, larger wound, waited a while. So the man escaped by
A
boat?
scrap of silk, soft and elegant.
Okay, 2 wardrobe items acquired. Can I even change clothes? I can! I knew it, we will get this. Now I'm gonna put the thing on him. No, sorry, that's never gonna happen. So we got this thing. That's more American, isn't it? Oh, we got a psychiatric one as well. I'm gonna put this one on. For the New Orleans chapter, I guess. So, what have we acquired?
No sign of a boat.
There were signs that the wounded person was dragged. Study room on the first floor had an interesting painting. Mr. Arson, locksmiths, okay. What happened to Davy? Photo of the arson with a boy. Mission crime scene, dying horse, backyard. I don't think we have anything for this one right now. How to learn the content of the burn message. Hopefully I'm not missing anything. I am missing a lot of things, it seems. 5, holy shit.
Luxurious shoes, size 9.
Wait, what? Slide indel. Oh, the man tripped, okay. What the hell? Those are fingers.
These fingers were severed with a single clean stroke, but I don't see the thumb or middle finger.
I see, wait, I know where to go next. I can't reach it.
Look, Watson, animal prints. I wonder what kind.
Raccoon? Oh, there it is.
Boots, size 10.
What do you get from that, actually? Oh, I missed something. What the hell?
The bent end of this candlestick has blood on it.
Wait. Oh, there's another scene here. Oh, somebody did get kidnapped. Wait, what else there is? Oh, that's right. So that means this guy was holding a body. Oh, look at that. We found what we were looking for. Hey, okay.
Tea for 2. An odd glimpse of normalcy amid the horror. A used kitchen towel.
Okay. Yep, that's right. Oh wait, that's the one I haven't found?
A trail of wax leads to the door.
Ah.
The candle was burning when it fell.
There was one in my... Wait, what?
Someone smaller walked over these boot prints.
Oh, Davy, right? Yeah.
An intruder entered through the back door at night, leaving mud traces in the hallway. Without being noticed, they picked up a candlestick and struck the man in the chair from behind. In the kitchen, 2 people were drinking tea, the workman and cook. They were startled by the noise of a falling body and went to investigate the parlor. The workman tried to subdue the intruder, but was stabbed by the attacker's knife. Judging by the wound, it was a curved blade. The cook panicked and fled back to the kitchen. The intruder followed, but since their blade was stuck in the workman, they used the meat cleaver on the table to kill her. Someone smaller arrived and discovered the carnage. They dropped the candlestick in horror and ran for safety to a room down the hallway. Meanwhile, the intruder returned to his first victim and dragged their stunned body away from the fireplace and out into the garden.
All right. So he should be in here, right? I can't really open that still. All right, show me what happened to Davy. I don't think we can do this one right now. Okay. All right, he's still in the house. Barricaded himself in. Hello, miss. Oh.
Dear God, Watson, quick. Get her down.
What? That's no way a suicide.
Ligature marks on her neck. There'll be a bruise, but she should be okay.
Do you think that in this city the life of one English detective is worth more than that of a maidservant? Final warning, Mr. Holmes. Grub.
Doctor, Watson, speak to me. How is she?
We were just in time, Holmes. Eula is stable, but lucky to be alive. We should take her to a hospital for a further examination.
Yes. I fear I was wrong, Watson. The sheriff is not a man to be underestimated. To lynch an innocent woman just to send a message, it's evil. We're not safe in this city, nor is anyone around us.
Then we must not dawdle. Help me get Eula to her feet.
No. I will not leave here without Davy.
Miss, please, we must get you help.
No, I will not be deterred. I will get my brother and bring him home.
If my deductions are correct, Davy lies behind this door. He ought to be unhurt, but is no doubt shaken.
Davy, you there?
Davy, we understand what you witnessed before. It's safe now. You're safe. Please, let us in. Your sister wants to see you.
Everything will be all right, I promise.
Yeah, them gentlemen speak the truth. Just open the door. Big sister's here for you. Davy! Oh, come here, you! Thanks, sirs. Lord bless your souls.
Let me examine him, miss. I want to make sure he is unharmed.
Remember, he may be mute, but he still understands you.
Alright, let me see you. Red eyes, he hasn't slept for days. He did get hurt. Healing bruise, days old, insignificant. Shallow breathing, alarmed and agitated. Anything else? Oh, there it is. What is that? Torn pocket, old clothes, or active? Oh, wait. Something here. Pale and haggard, starving in a shock. Care for the Davy has been left starving for last 5 days, barricaded inside the room in the fear for his life. Fortunately, he is physically unharmed. Davy has lived a good life as a child in this mansion. He has a fresh bruise from the fall or a bump. The torn pocket is just as a result of his active lifestyle.
Davy seems in good health. The bruise is a remnant of that awful night, perhaps even caused by the intruder, but he is otherwise unharmed. In fact, I believe life here was good for the boy.
Arneson and the others cared for Davy. That may have allowed him to withstand such horrors. I need your help, Davy. We know that the man with the curved dagger is responsible for all this. You recognized the man, yes? The same one in the photograph in the office upstairs, standing with Arneson. Good. Please, write his name. And one last thing. The room with an image of a bell on its door may hold important answers. Do you know a way in?
Alright, the boy will lead us to victory.
Yes. I think I've got it. You have been very helpful, Davy.
Oh, Davy. Things you must have gone through.
Indeed, he has gone through a lot. So we are looking for what? Double keys? Oh, okay. Okay, how about this thing? Nothing of interest. No keys here.
Let's take a closer look.
What did you guess? Oh. Alright, it's 1862. Now let's go through it. Double barrel shotgun, 10 gauge Reaper M142, additional service engraving on the buckshot, grip, safety catch, and extractor. Total price $79. Ah, keys.
These should come in handy.
They should indeed. Ah, finally.
Dense and disturbing notes. It's hard to follow. The scene is impossible, unnatural, but also familiar.
Yeah, you have been there, Sherlock. Come on. Deep groups, what? Frequent fiction, yeah.
A foreigner's clothes, by the looks of things from the Near East.
Whatever price, pay it. Obsidian glass like stone, black. Without it, we can't work with lenses. London comes to New Orleans, must be in 5-6 days. You know what to do with deliveries are. Okay. Oh, a trapdoor. Ah, a black opal.
A black opal, cut and polished, easy to sell.
Collection of notes with instruction to reach your goal, fellow death messenger. Then pass through fire without fear. Ever bleeding willow. Chase the crows. Avoid the crossers that appear. I don't know what these things are. Oh my god! I found it. That bastard. God damn it. Ah, that's why it was showing the pin option all this time. By using Arson's signet ring. Yeah, of course it can be. Where's the ring? Animal near missing fingers. I hate this game. There are so many controls that I don't know about, and I get frustrated when I don't find things. You have to do this. Look at this. Are you seeing this shit? Yeah, found the raccoon. Look at this. God damn it. What can I even blame this game for? Anything? You know what? I am gonna blame the game. It's been hours since I've been looking around and I still haven't found it. A local denizen, a raccoon. Yeah, shut the fuck up. I know what. Fuck you, game. Fuck you, just fuck you, game. Alright, let's go and get our thing. What is going on with the camera? Covered in pepper, too much for a raccoon.
Arneson's signet ring, as we saw in his portrait.
Alright, let's go. Now that we have the ring, let's just open the secret lock and see what's... yeah, that's gonna be fun. Damn, this guy loves killing people.
It's almost a piece of art.
I mean, killing animals. Mr. Arneson has a collection of notes detailing the investigation of Ashmat. One of them reads, "That damned servant, how dare he use my name to sell opals at the bank? Was he like that all the time and I overlooked it? Or is it the influence of his foreign friends? I need to learn more about the man, especially after I showed Davy that encrypted telegram sent to the Ashmat. What is it for?" Ah, foreign friends, he says.
My princess, my love, my heart. Fitting words.
Damn, that's a stack of bills, boy. Ah, a bottle of champagne. I know what that's for. My dearest Lucy, my sunshine, believe me, as soon as I've dealt with this darkness that lurks in these swamps, I'll return to you with an open heart. Be sure that I am ready to declare to all the world my feelings for you. I can't wait to hold your hands and be lost in your beautiful eyes, completely and forever yours.
Well, isn't that interesting? Hello again, Lucy.
Oh, Lucy. Ah, the woman on the boat. Mr. Arneson, as soon as your instructions arrive, we started our investigation. Rest assured, we will do our best to find the location in the bayou that you mentioned. However, we must inform you that there might be some delays in coming weeks as our investigator, the lead detective in the case, is in Europe. Meanwhile, we highly recommend Northwood Agency, the guy who was sacrificed on the altar. Meanwhile, we highly recommend securing your finding until further notice beneath a table, in a safe, or in a locked cabinet. Anything will work. E. Spear, Director of Northwood Agency. Alright. Davy might withhold what? Davy is fond of Mr. Arneson and must know a lot about him, and the boy might share information to help save Mr. Arneson. Arneson's currently. Oh, okay. Arneson was taken to the location in the swamp. Ashmet took Arneson to the bayou. Alright, I think I'm done here then.
Davy is calm and collected despite enduring all these horrors. An impressive young man.
Alright, Davy. Time you to start talking. I'll make you talk, you little shit.
Davy, we know that Ashmat is responsible for what happened here. We must catch him and hold him accountable. I know that you are scared, but you are also the only one who can help us. I believe Mr. Arneson showed you a cryptic telegram that was sent to Ashmat. You are an impressive boy with a phenomenal memory. Can you tell us the contents of that message? Thank you, Davy. Watson, please copy down everything he writes.
A cryptic message directed to Ashmat says, when the storm starts, where the ship falls at Stevenson guiding light, the last embrace of all the Chosens.
We must stop this portends far worse for us. What if we got ourselves into Holmes?
Nah, that's too late to ask now. They know about us. Wait, I don't need to pin the message.
Johnny boy, so how was it with Champagne?
Most enlightening, thank you. And now my friend Mr. Holmes would like to talk to you too.
Well, ain't you something? What can I do for you?
I'm afraid I bring bad tidings.
How bad?
It concerns your significant other, Arneson.
Arneson? Now, who said we were lovebirds?
Alright, time to confer her ass.
Lucy, we only mean to help. No word of the matter shall spread.
What are you implying?
I imply the love letter.
The man in this letter seemed ready to declare his feelings for you. Sounds like he was more than a client.
It's part of the job. Men can say weird things when they think they're in love.
I can imply the photo of Arneson and with Lucy.
This photo of you and Mr. Arneson suggests the feelings were reciprocated.
Looking interested when with the client is part of the job, Mr. Holmes. I don't even remember the man.
You mean to say you take pictures with everyone?
If they ask nicely. And pay.
The engagement ring. I imply the engagement ring.
Arneson definitely paid for a ring in your size inscribed, "My princess, my love, my heart." It is for you. Arneson was going to propose marriage. Facts are clear. You know Mr. Arneson and perhaps even love him back. Regardless, he has been abducted. His life is hanging in the balance. Please, help me save him.
Oh my Errol! What have you gotten yourself into? I didn't want to believe this could happen.
Lucy, Lucy, what do you know? Could it have been the sheriff?
I don't know, John. This town has darkness in it. Errol and me, we had plans, dreams. We wanted to make this place better for all the folk who live here. Errol had grown suspicious of Ashmat, thought he was acting odd. He brought up the bayou. I told him to leave it all alone, The water's there. They swallow everyone.
You mean the alligators?
No. It's local legend. The bayou's dangerous. Any visitor that sees Death's messengers, they die.
These messengers, are they abstract or a landmark?
They're white lilies. You see a path with them flowers, you turn around.
All right, Watson. We must find someone to take us to the bayou.
Lucy, you have our thanks. We will go and look for Arneson.
Potentially he might just be dead, but hey, that happens to the best of us, am I right? Alright, time to go to the fisherman's quarter, and we have a... what the f... okay, hold on. Wrong keys. We have the champagne for our champagne. For our champagne, I mean for the champagne. We got champagne for the champagne. Holding a champagne for Mrs. Champagne. Hello, Champagne.
Again, and thank you. Your last tip proved extremely useful.
Don't mention it, Cher. Champagne ain't one for trickery. Now, if you need more help...
As it happens, we need to take a short trip through the bayou into the nearby swamp. Of course, you'd receive fair compensation.
It's almost dusk, and only fools go into that swamp at night. Come back tomorrow. Champagne will take you down.
That will not do. We must go now. It is of grave importance.
I won't take you. But if you're crazy enough to go, I'll sell you the boat.
Wouldn't you know it, I came across a bottle of your namesake. Will that be enough for a boat?
It's warm. The bottle's dirty. But we got a deal. I'll even lend you this rifle. If you're going into swamp, you'll need it.
One last favor. The boat that we came on is to leave tomorrow for Europe. Would you kindly relay a message to the crew for us? We may need them to hold their departure till 8 in the morning.
Of course.
I don't know how well that's gonna go. The call of the bayou.
At least in Afghanistan, we had nippy nights.
It makes one yearn for rainy London.
This place, Champagne, did not mince words about it.
Keep your wits about you, Watson. We are inching closer to the heart of this mystery, however dark it may be. Hell's bells!
I told you to stay away, Doctor.
That he did, Holmes.
I rule these waters. No hiding from me here.
No case goes cold on my watch!
Settle down, boys. Our friends are as good as gone.
Alright, that's ominous.
This is it, Watson. Our moment of truth.
Sure. Oh, you know what, guys? I'm gonna leave it here. I'll see y'all in the next part. Bye-bye. I'm really tired, actually. Oh, flashlight. Boom.